It's visible, right? Don't put it in the chat box. Just answer somebody. Carlton, is the slide visible? He is not there. Sindhu?
Yes, ma'am.
Visible, ma'am, but you're not audible. Can you be louder?
Okay, now how about now? Is it okay? Now?
Yes,
It's okay, right?
it's better.
It's better now. Okay, okay, huh? Fine. Today we will start with design principles for web connectivity. Now, because in front of us there is a challenge of connecting web, that is the internet, to the IoT or M2M, machine to machine or IoT. Like how and all we can connect. While connecting, what all things we had to see, we had to keep in mind that we have studied in the uh, previous classes. Okay, now for the like types of web connectivity, for that what are the terms used, okay, what are the protocols used, okay, some of them are very particularly used for this IoT applications only. So what are they? That we will be studying in today's class. Okay, now before coming to the techniques of connectivity, let us go through some of the terms which are used, okay, in these designing. One is API, that is a application programming interface. Okay, now that is a software component. It receives message from the one end, okay, maybe from client or input or wherever. The API consists of like button or checkbox, text box, dialog box, okay, something like that. And the other end, okay, it's a software for running the application for the graphics. Now example of API can be, now like in the navigation, okay, you want to get the route from location A to location B. That time when you go to that app, okay, the window will pop up asking for the from destination. Okay, now that is API. Whatever the client, that is user, okay, he types on that, so that will be sent to the uh, software, okay, or through the, maybe through the web cloud, okay, depending on the application which you are using, or that app may be in your system only. So that is secondary. But once you uh, once you click that application, the pop up what you get, okay, to receive your request. Now your request is you want from, okay, and you will be giving to, then only the like you can get the response. Just if you put from, you will not get. So if you put from, and if you put, okay, search, it has to pop up, okay, to, it has to highlight to. So all those job is done by the API software. Got it? So with an example, I have told you. Okay, API is not a software to locate or to give you the output. It is not a software to give you the output. Okay, make the changes, because these are all softwares only. In each layer, you have one software. So you need to be careful. Okay, which software? Each one has got its own limits to work. Now this does not do any further, it does not use any of its intelligence. Just, okay, you have to give from, okay, you would have typed from, but you wouldn't have typed to. Then it has to, then you would have pressed continue or search. It should pop up, okay, put to also, then only I can give you the response. If you have put to, then that from and to information will be sent to the application. So that is the job of the API. So next is what is web service? A service using the web protocols, web objects, or web sockets. Okay, weather reports, communication service. Okay, traffic density reports, communication service, street light monitoring and controlling service. These are web services. This actually is very easy and very direct also for you all. Okay. Next, we also have some other points. Okay, you must be having a pen and a paper, so please write down, because I need this in your assignment book. Okay, what is client? Write down client. I want a definition for that. Okay, so client means it is a software object which makes the request. Client is which making the request. It may be for request for a data, or a request for message, okay, any information, or a request for a resource. That is also a request. Okay, asking a resource is also a request or objects. So a client can have more than one objects. So you can have more than one request. Okay, so client also can have APIs. See, that is the this thing. API, it need not be in the gateway or at the server side. Okay, it can be in the client side also. Next, what is server? Write down server. So everybody knows that is a software which sends the response to the request. Okay, so that is also response. It can be which kind? It can be messages, it can be data, it can be notifications. Okay, so any objects, anything. So server. Okay, next, coming to write down what is proxy. 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 Okay, this is an application which receives a response from the server for usage of a client or application, and which also receives request from the client for the response. So it is like intermediate. How do you have a gateway? Similarly, you have a proxy. Later we will see how proxy comes into picture. Proxy usually doesn't come for where you use web. Okay, proxy comes where you use your IoT and M2M. Okay, so that we will see later, but you need to write down what is proxy. Then uh, one second, write down what is URI. URI, Universal Resource Identifier. Next, what is URL? Universal Resource Locator. Universal Resource Locator. Okay. Okay. Write down MIME, next one. MIME, multipurpose internet mail extension. Next one is HTML hypertext markup language. Next is XML. XML, extensible markup language. Extensible markup language. So these are the things which we need in our further discussion. Okay, so you need to see, when I ask you to write a definition, it is not just one word or one sentence definition. I want, okay, you have to write it for a weightage of 2 marks. Each one you have to write it for a weightage of 2 marks. Okay, you have to collect the data. Now next is what is resource? Okay, it is that one can read, write, okay, or it can be executed. So that is a resource. See, now for network, if you see, resource can be bandwidth. Okay, resource can be my energy. Resource can be any data. Okay, resource can be energy, I said, right? It can be my speed, Mbps. Okay, resource allocation. I can do the division in speed. That is how many Gbps, how many Mbps. Okay, that. One more thing is This is what whatever I said is the resource which everybody thinks. But resource also can be a path specification. That is also a resource. Okay, you just lead to a path to the resource. That is also considered as a resource. The resource is atomic. That means further divisible. It is not possible. It is not further divisible information which is usable during computations. Okay, a resource may have multiple instances or just a single instance. That depends on the resource, whether it is what type of resource you are using. Okay. Next one is resource directory. It is okay. Directory means so it maintains information and values for each resource type. Okay, it is a directory where different type of resources are stored. Okay, a resource of a resource type is accessed from directory using URI. Okay, universal resource indicator, sorry, identifier for that resource. Okay, now next, what is object? It is collection of resources, for example, collection of data or methods, procedures. Okay, anything it can be. Uh, Next one is important. Okay, representational state transfer, REST, REST, representational state transfer. A software architecture with following characteristics is called REST, an architecture used during design of software components. Okay, it uses the identifiers for the resource and methods. It specifies the access methods and data transfer methods during interaction. That means what is it now? This is a procedure kind. Okay, it is like it has to specify, okay, which resource, okay, which resource. It has to identify the resources. It has to specify the access methods. How am I going to access it? Okay, whether it is in the compressed form, okay, or it is like modulated form, so encrypted form. So how is it? So that has to be specified. And data transfer methods during the interaction specifies the practices, constraints, okay, characteristics and guidelines. So this is what I said. Okay, it is like a procedure used for creation of a scalable web services. Okay, what is now, why that term scalable? Scalable is like for any size. Okay, it has to fit. REST should fit for any size. Maybe it is size of the data, okay, or size of your memory in which your program is running. Okay. Next, coming to web communication protocols. Okay, so for connected devices, when we see the communication protocols, we have two environments. One is a constrained uh, restful environment, and one more is a unconstrained restful environment. Okay, now in a constrained, the name itself tells. REST is, we have studied just now, it is a representational state transfer. Okay, that is nothing but a procedure. While writing that procedure, some constraints are there. Some constraints are there. Why constraints are there? Because my application is such. Okay, I am using either M2M or IoT, so which is not like covering the complete entire data set or any this thing. So constraints are there. So keeping those constraints in mind, designing, then it becomes constrained restful environment. Okay, if it is not, then it becomes unconstrained. So when I talk about constrained application protocol, it is a special internet application protocol for constrained devices. Okay, it enables constrained devices to communicate with the internet using similar protocol. If not similar, we have learned that, okay, protocols, it can change. Which and all which all devices which change. Okay, so many devices we have learned. The main thing is gateway. Gateway can change any protocol to any protocol. Okay, similar. So COAP is designed for use between devices on the same constraint network. Okay, between devices and general nodes on the network, between devices on different constrained networks, both joined by an internet. This is very easy. Okay, three types we have to tell. That's it. One is with the same kind, where no like what you call transforming is not there. Okay, second one is it is from the device to the nodes which is there in the internet. So yeah, one transform is there from that device to the internet. When we go, we get one gateway, and there the uh, like transforming of the codes or the data takes place. The third one is between devices of different constraint network. That time from, okay, suppose device one, that is machine one, you connect. Okay, so machine one uses one type of protocol. Then from there you convert it at the gateway, you convert it, and you make it compatible with the destination network. Okay, so that is also possible. Okay. Constrained application protocol is also used via other mechanisms such as SMS on mobile communication networks, etc., etc. Okay. Now, what is this constrained environment means? I have told you. Okay, we have, when we use IoT or M2M, then this constrained word, okay, comes into picture. So, what is it actually? The data is limited in size. Okay, only 10s of bytes from a device at a time. From a device in the sense at a time. Limited compared to data interchange of 1000s of bytes between web clients and web servers when using HTTP, IP or TCP or, okay, such things. This is a comparison. Okay, so such small, so that is a constraint. Data size is limited. So when data size is limited, what and all I should think? Encryption size I should think. Okay, modulation size I should think. Okay, compression I should think. So in that way it becomes one constraint. Second one is data routes over the low power and lossy network, ROLL. Okay, because we know that power is one important parameter, okay, in designing the machines for your IoT. So because of the battery life. Okay, battery life is minimum. Okay, and if you get a proper battery also, then you expect it to run for a longer duration. So I should consider low power and lossy network. Okay, yeah, it is a lossy network comes when it is low power. Okay, it is not that network is made lossy. Okay, but uh, the network becomes lossy when you try to transmit using a low power. Next, here actually the feature is devices can sleep most of the time in low power environment. Okay, it becomes active only when it is required. That is when the client initiates. Okay, when the client initiates, it becomes active. The connectivity breaks for long periods. Okay, if a long period is after certain period, it breaks. Have limited wake up intervals in lossy environment. So this is actually what is this thing, constrained environment. Okay, actually, why do you get that constrained environment? Okay, an IETF, that is one international body recommended protocol for constrained environment devices. Okay, a web objects data transfer standard protocol for sending a request or response. Okay, that is RESTful COAP. So RESTful COAP is a constrained one, as I have told you. And what happens to the client and server? Okay, object and resource. Okay, both uses COAP, that is constrained application protocol. Okay, COAP client at a device. Okay, then IoT or M2M area uh, network or gateway sends request to the server. COAP server sends the responses, messages, resources, and notifications, all in COAP only. If you see constrained application protocol only. Ah. So this is actually the representation. Okay, if you see little bit, you will understand Later, you need to read this. See, all these topics, once if you read, you will not get it. Again and again, if you read, okay, and try to relate it, because you are using many applications. Okay, but only thing is we need to connect this to that application. Every time every application may not match with this, but we can try to relate this and find out, okay, this is the thing which is happening at this stage. This is the thing which is happening at this stage, okay, like that. See, these are the devices for IoT. Okay, this is especially for IoT or M2M I'm talking. Okay, these are the devices. So what is the maximum? 10s of bytes. Okay, each one can at the max send 10s of bytes. Okay, low, it is low power only consumed. So Bluetooth, okay, Zigbee, wireless, wired, anything you can use here. Now this is, okay, IoT or M2M local network. Okay, gateway. In this, many application softwares are there. Okay, now here comes the web connectivity. Now see here. Now this is DTLS is for the DTLS is for the security. Okay, security of the data. Now, from when it reaches this COAP, this thing, that is this is also like a gateway only. One second. Okay. Okay, now here, see here, if it was a web connection, then you would have used HTTP. You can see here, HTTP. This everybody knows. Since it is constrained application protocol, okay, it is used in this way. The messages, data are sent or received, okay, using this connection. Okay, so here we have COAP client as well as COAP server. Now once from here datas are received, here it is aggregated, and then it can aggregate up to 100 s of bytes. Okay, 100 s of bytes. But whereas if you see unconstrained, it is 1000 s of bytes. Okay, now this is now actually this is one communication setup. Server, okay, request is sent. Okay, sorry, a client sends the request. Okay, from there server sends the data. So all those communication setup it is. But if you have to observe here, 100s, 1000s, 10s. Okay, so it tells you the difference between the unconstrained and the constrained. Okay, now these all are unconstrained. Okay, physical layer, adoption layer, network, okay, transport, application support. Okay, directly it takes place, so it is unconstrained. Now device we have uh, 1 to I along the physical or, okay, now this is the physical layer. There is a gateway to connect these devices by various means of connectivity. It also shows the web connectivity, okay, where COAP client server communicate. Okay, you have to note this part. Okay, there is a uh, NWL, TL or APP layer involved here. Okay, in our constrained application protocol, you can subdivide those into, okay, network layer, transport layer and application layer, these three. So this is somewhat the like trying to relate between our constrained and unconstrained protocols. Web objects data is routed over ROLL. Okay, that is we have studied route over lossy and low power, right? 100s. There is a datagram transport layer security. Okay, I told you DTLS is for the security and UDP involved. Okay, in the transport layer. Next, this is for the unconstrained HTTP client server. Okay, or IP sending 1000 S bytes. BTLS is a security. The main features of this are IoT devices need COAP, or this is a LW is a lightweight. Okay, lightweight M2M protocol. What is that lightweight M2M protocol? We will study later. Okay, web protocol used in M2M with constrained requirements, asynchronous message exchange here. Okay, this one thing you need to note. Here it is asynchronous message exchange, low overhead and very simple to pass, URI and content type support. Okay, like URI is universal resource identifier. So resource identification would have been done initially. Okay, so such support is done. Later, if you cannot you cannot send a request which is not there in the list. Okay, next proxy and caching capabilities. Some features are very similar to HTTP, however, especially designed for IoT. Okay, some of the features, okay, are similar, because that that is the once the connection is done, then in the transfer of data, then conversion of data to other form, all those are similar. Then which is different COAP to HTTP? One thing is main role, ROLL. Okay, that is the data or the what you call signals, not data also I can say, especially signals route using the low power lossy network. Okay, using that technique it is uh, functioning. Next there are three ways, okay, of that is constrained AP communication. Okay, direct access of COAP client to COAP server. Okay, direct access of COAP client to COAP server. Check here. Okay, COAP client tries to access the lookup object resources through resource directory. This is resource directory RD. Okay, here COAP client, he he request for the directory sends the request to the server. Okay, and in the server actually whatever is the application, that application is will run, and the out result, okay, or the response whatever it is there, that will be sent to the client. So this is actually client is not directly accessible to the server. Okay, that which server it whichever whatever is it's asking, it is requesting, okay, who has to supply that, that is decided by this resource directory. Okay, here it was the client could access the server, client could directly access the server. There is a difference here. Client is just placing the request to the RD. RD decides for this request to who is the best server. It selects the server, and it asks that server to run that application and give the response or the output or whatever it is. Okay, so that will be sent to the client back. So this is second type. Third one is using proxies. Okay, now here are the proxies. See here. So now when we are saying using proxies, there is a conversion. Okay, COAP HTTP proxy. See here, COAP HTTP proxy. It receives the request from the client, okay, and communicates to the server. Okay. Now here actually the change is taking place, because this is a constrained protocol and this is unconstrained protocol. So the what you call the data form has to be changed. That is done here. Okay, once request is sent accordingly, this runs the application, and the result whatever is there in the HTTP format, it will be sending to the proxy. Proxy changes it, because where is the destination? Okay, proxy sends it to the COAP client. Sometimes proxy can also this not that it is sending here, it can send here also. But sometimes proxy can also send it to the COAP server. From COAP server, okay, it goes to the COAP client, whichever. That is the next, like a complicated circuit. COAP client is connected like that. Okay, fine. So yeah, this is the same thing. So there are three types. Got it? No, three ways of COAP. One is directly client is getting access to the server. One is client is requesting the directory to like for the request. Then one more is client is asking the proxy. Okay, so proxy is connected to the net internet. Proxy is connected to the internet. So these three are the type. Next, COAP features. Okay, it is a standard organization IETF defined application support layer. Okay, COAP web objects communication using request response. This I have told. A specialized web transfer protocol used for, okay, constrained RE, that is REST. Okay, using role network. Use of object model for resources, and each object can have single or multiple instances, even the client or the servers for that matter. Each resource can have single or multiple instance. Okay, it supports resource directory and resource discovery functions. All these we have studied. Okay, one thing which I did not tell is, okay, this header is 4 bytes. In the COAP, header is 4 bytes. Okay, because we know that it has to be minimized. Okay, the data size has to be minimized. It is the size of 10s. So, okay, header is also shortened. It is asynchronous mode of communication. Okay, yeah, proxies. Okay, integrates easily with COAP or cross protocol proxies. So how many software you know now which can convert in the network? First one, and the like most this thing is gateway. Now we got again proxy. Correct, right? So many such devices are there which can convert, like which can transform. Okay, HTTP and COAP both share the REST model. Okay, next, messages. If you are seeing what type of messages and all we can have. Okay, for the messages can be for the request response. Okay, so if we can have four type: confirmable, non-confirmable, acknowledgement, and reset. Okay, now confirmable message is a reliable message. Okay, so client can be sure that message will arrive at the server. It is confirmed. Okay, is sent again and again from the client until the server responds to it. Okay, how does the server respond? Sending the acknowledgement message. Okay, so acknowledgement, this anyway you might have studied many times. The whatever is the confirm message is there, the same ID this also should tell, then only it is authenticated. Okay, client and the server are authenticated. If these two addresses doesn't match, then actually the data transfer will not take place. Okay, and another type is, if the server has troubles managing the incoming request, it can send back a uh, REST message. Okay, instead of the acknowledgement. Okay, that is actually it will it can resend later or it can discard. Okay, that depends on the client. So if it is uh, unable to get this request, then it sends the REST message. This is another kind. The non-conformable is, okay, don't require an acknowledgement. It doesn't expect the acknowledgement from the server. It does not, similarly, it does not include any critical information that must be delivered to the server. Okay, so this can be sent uh, just for once from the client. It is given to the server. Okay. Next one is that time I was telling you lightweight machine to machine protocol. Okay, lightweight machine to machine protocol. A This is another type. Now, actually, what is lightweight? Why the name lightweight? Okay, it is no need to call system resources during execution. Okay, during the execution, system resource need not be called. Okay, it is a machine to machine gateway protocol, generally interface to COAP, which we have studied now for the web connectivity. Okay, in addition, data transfer format are binary and has a tag length value TLV, okay, or JavaScript object notation, okay, JSON, JSON of resource arrays up to 100 s bytes, not 1000 s, because it is interfacing with COAP. Okay, now if you see here, M2M devices, okay, I number of M2M devices are there, all have the size of 10s of bytes. Okay, now this is the gateway, lightweight object 1 to I. Okay, here are the interfaces. Now these are for the security. DTLS are for the security. Okay, this is for the connection. Okay, and this is the mode of sending. SMS is the mode of sending. Okay, devices, LAN connectivity. Okay, local M2M constrained devices use I networking technologies. Okay, different. It can be Bluetooth, Zigbee, wireless, anything. Okay, which transfers 10s of bytes. Low weight M2M client is same as object in, okay, M2M protocol, which sends a request to server via access and CORE network. This communication is through interfaces. Okay, see, interface does these many uh, what you call operations. Okay, registration of client, reporting of notification, service and management through server. Okay, now it uses COAP. This we have told. Okay, all this we have told. This is for the connection, this is for the security, this is the protocol which is adopted. Hundreds of bytes transfer between the objects of the client and server. Okay, next, coming to features of lightweight, an object or resource user, these. Okay, use of plain text for resource, or use of, okay, JavaScript object notation during a single data transfer. Use binary TLV format for a package of or batch of resource representations in a single data transfer. Objects or its resource access using universal resource identifier. This would have, as I have told earlier, would have identified earlier. Okay, so during the execution, it will not call the resource. That is lightweight. Okay, COAP. This actually is the IETF group recommended. Okay, it is architecture is like HTTP. Okay, COAP is a document transfer protocol. See, all these points you can write it for the COAP, because COAP and its applications are important from the examination point of view. So all these points you can uh, keep in mind. Okay, see, HTTP is a generalized one, whereas COAP is designed for the needs of constrained devices. Okay, it is designed. Okay, it can be standardized according to the specification. Okay, COAP packets are much smaller. You can write the value also. Okay, it runs over UDP and not TCP. Okay, clients and servers communicate through connectionless datagram. Okay, retries and reordering are implemented in the application stack. That is in the example of message I showed you. Okay, removing the need for TCP may allow full IP networking in a small microcontroller. Okay, so like in the sense, what it means is, yeah, you have the chance of accessing the resources. Which one? Uh, then that is internet. Okay, you have the chances since TCP is not used. Okay, but it does not mean that every time it should be used. It all depends on what type of application is yours. Okay, limitations. This is okay. So this I will tell it in the next class. I'll stop here. Now, any doubt? How many? 107 people are there. Okay. Now, any doubt? I can ask somebody to come online. Who is there? Uh, Azain Asgar Ali. Azain Asgar Ali. Who is that? Please come online. Last class also you weren't there. Am I pronouncing it properly? It is EC12.
Present, ma'am.
Yeah, you are present. Last class you weren't present, I think.
I was present, ma'am.
Last class you were present, but
Yes.
you didn't type anything. No, today it is not required because I have attendance this thing. But last class, since you had not typed, you were present, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now, do you have any doubt? Have you understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
You have understood. So today, what did we discuss? Today, what did we discuss? Hmm. Why did he leave the meeting now? Huh? All of a sudden, what happened? Okay, next is Velona.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today, what did we discuss? What did you understand? I know that at once you will not get it. After listening to the class, you have to go back and you have to study. You have to read again and again. I'm sure at once if you read, this is difficult to understand. So again and again you have to read. But you just tell me, Velona, like today on the whole, like what and all you have understood.
We started with APIs and different protocols that are used over network like HTTP and
Hmm.
about constrained access and unconstrained access. And
If
you
it is
told
not,
us
uh, tell me.
and about the protocols that are used, which uses UDP and TCP IP.
Uh, See, okay, I did not tell about HTTP. I was just comparing the COAP with the HTTP. Okay, keep in mind, HTTP is the protocol used for the internet, which is not our this thing, not our part to study. Okay, we are studying the protocols used for IoTs and M2Ms. So while studying that, we came across COAP. That COAP, we were comparing it with HTTP. I hope I'm clear. Okay. Sometimes what happens is we cannot complete our network just by COAP because my application is such. Okay. If I want navigation or if I want to track, suppose, what is that? Your online ordering you do, right? Online. That time, you need to track the object where, like, whatever item you have ordered, where is it now? You need to track. For that, actually, you are having an app. Those people from the sender side, they are also having an app, but the connection is through internet. So after certain point, at the gateway, okay, in your this thing, it is using COAP only. Okay, but after certain levels, it converts to HTTP. It may be proxy, it may be gateway or anything. Okay, gateway or anything. So then actually it is converted to HTTP. HTTP through HTTP, it uses the internet. Then actually it tracks. After that, again, when it goes there, again it gets converted. So I did not discuss about HTTP. I just said the use of HTTP sometimes in our IoT application. We discussed in detail about COAP. Got it? So those diagrams are very important. Okay. Next.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Who is there? Stellon. Stellon, come online.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there. Stellon, are you understanding?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Have you gone through the video which I have put? One more video now.
Yeah, ma'am.
One more video I'll put now. Okay. After that,
Yeah, yeah, fine.
I'll put this class recording. First, I'll put one
Yeah.
video. Okay. Now, what are those like no client, server, all those things. According
Yeah,
to
ma'am. Yeah.
what is the client and what is server?
Server is a software which responds for the request, ma'am, like messages and all.
Hmm. Okay. Now,
Um,
okay, in that online shopping, okay, who is the server? Who is the client? And actually, I have ordered something. Now I am tracking the object. Okay, item. Where is it? Now,
yeah, ma'am.
who is the server? Who is the client? I want to this thing. I want to see where is my item.
Yeah, ma'am.
So who
We
is
are we are client, ma'am.
we are clients?
Yeah.
We are clients and they are servers. Correct?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Now in the navigation system, okay, in your
Yeah.
mobile you have that is Google Map.
Yeah, ma'am.
Now who is the server? Who is this one? Who is the client?
Mm,
Hmm. Think.
wait, ma'am.
Huh.
So, ma'am, map server.
Map is a server,
Yeah, ma'am.
and yeah, whoever requests, no,
Yeah,
whoever
ma'am.
requests, they are the clients.
Yeah,
Whoever gives the solution, right? They are
yeah,
the
ma'am.
servers.
Server.
Okay. In
Okay.
some cases, when I fill certain applications, okay, online applications, when I fill, I become the server.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so I will be filling on that this thing. Okay, so that according server and role varies. Okay. Next, Gashmita, come online. Gashmita, Gashmita, are you in class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Did you understand, Gashmita?
Yeah, ma'am.
You understood, right? Okay. Now tell me, what do you mean by proxy?
It is an app which receives a message from server,
It is the app.
which receives the message from server.
Why? Why that is required?
It is similar to gateway.
It is similar. What does gateway do? What does gateway do? Today, yeah, today also I have said the last class, it was clearly about gateway only we were discussing. Today also I said, pardon?
I was absent from last class.
It's okay. I have uploaded the video. You could have gone through, right? Hmm? And today also I said once, or I think at one point of time I have said that. Okay, it is similar to gateway, correct? But if you know what gateway does, then you can tell what proxy does. Otherwise, I told you what proxy does, because proxy does not come every time. Okay, whenever you design IoT, proxy doesn't come. think? Okay, Ravi Tejasvi. Ravi, is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, this thing, what does the proxy does? She said it is similar to this thing, similar to the gateway. What it does?
I guess it's the same as what she said, ma'am.
No, she just said that it is similar to gateway. She did not say what it does. Proxy, what it does?
Uh,
Huh. No idea.
it
Okay.
acts as, ma'am.
Tell
Hello,
me.
ma'am. I'm audible. It acts as a gateway between us and the internet, ma'am.
Us and the internet. Now, actually, in any like if in my mobile, if I take out my Chrome, you according to you, proxy comes into picture.
Like it acts as an intermediary server, ma'am, separating the end users.
End users. See, I'll make it very clear. Ravi and Gashmita and all those who are having doubts in this. Okay, or else you could have asked me the question. See, gateway is not used every time as a like what you call trans transcoder. Okay, it is not always used as a transcoder. That is, in case one of my this thing is domain, okay, receiver is sorry, server is there, in another domain client is there, and those two domains are using different protocols, okay, then those two have to be connected via gateway. I repeat, okay, server and client are in two different domains, okay. Now those two domains are using different protocols, underline this, then to connect between them either via internet or without internet, okay, directly connection, then you need gateway. So what is the job of the gateway? One of the job, gateway does many jobs. One of that is converting the protocols and making it compatible to the either receiver or senders accordingly. So that is the job of the gateway. So similar job proxy does. Then what is the difference between proxy and uh, gateway? If I say that similar job of
Doesn't
converting, uh, who is that? Carlton. Tell me, Carlton. Yes, Carlton.
isn't gateway something which translates, like hides the address of the client from the other servers, ma'am?
Yes, Carlton.
It gateway has its own IP address, and what's that is the
See, I'll tell
address
you.
of the client, so that the others can.
No. Carlton, let me tell you. Each device in the IoT or in your this thing has IP address. Without that, it cannot send or receive or anything. It has IP address. So similarly, if you talk about router or access points or gateway, anything you take, it has IP address. But gateway does many functions. In that, one of them is translating, transcoding. Okay, that is done only when it is required. That is, you are transmitting from one domain to another domain with the different, which are working in two different protocols, then that translating or transcoding comes into picture. Otherwise, gateway functions, okay, directly transmission and the reception of the this thing messages, the translation does not take place. Okay, now what is the difference? The same case happens in proxy. So what is the difference between gateway and proxy? Proxy is used only for the constrained protocol. See, today we have studied a different protocol called Constrained Application Protocol, COAP. Okay, so COAP doesn't fit with any of your other internet, any devices. If it has to COAP, because it uses different type, right? It routes according to ROLL, ROLL. data. So if it has to communicate to the outside world, then you have to use proxy. Proxy is the one which converts from COAP to HTTP. HTTP is outside world now. Okay, COAP is the very like constrained device. It is IoT, your IoT or M2M app like that. So proxy is the one which converts COAP to HTTP or vice versa, HTTP to COAP according to the requirement. So I hope you understood. Ravi, Gashmita, Carlton, or any doubt? Do you need any further discussion? Carlton,
Thank you, ma'am.
got it? Ravi,
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
you understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll keep it open. If anybody has any doubt, please unmute yourself and you can ask the doubt. 2 minutes, I'll keep it. Then I will wind up the class. Okay. Now don't try to leave the class. Okay. I can make out who is leaving the class. Okay. If you have doubt, you unmute yourself and you can ask me to. It need not be doubt. Okay. You want me to repeat something? That is also fine. Anybody? Shashank? Shashank, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Shashank, last class you haven't left my class only. Now if I go to that link now also I can see you. Huh? What does it mean? You have switched it on and you have gone somewhere?
Pardon?
In my last
Could you
live,
repeat, ma'am?
yeah. In my last live class, okay, you had not left the meeting. It was still, you are still online. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? You had kept it on and you had gone somewhere?
No, ma'am. It's like I joined the meeting through both phone and computer because the audio is a bit low for me. So I play the audio through the computer, and if I want to interact, I use the mobile phone. So I must have forgotten to off in the mobile phone, but the other one I had left.
Yeah. I got it. Okay. Now, do you have any doubt, Shashank?
No, ma'am.
Yeah or no? It is echoing.
No, ma'am. I don't have a doubt.
Okay. I think nobody has doubt. I'll wind up the class. Okay, I'll upload the videos. Please go through the videos. Okay, and do the assignment which is given. One fine day I'll be asking. Okay, so you have to maintain a notes in that. You keep it ready. Okay. Thank you
Yes,
all.
ma'am.
Thank you all.